Hi guys, previous video we have done about the connection, how to connect the database by using entry framework, right? By using entry framework, first we have to create the model. After that, create the one DB context. It is means a database DB context. We have to give the connections, right? After that, in app.json, we have to give the server name and database name. After that, we have to go to the program.cs. In that, we have to done about this builder.services add db context. We have to done about these things. And once again here we check means I am using the angular code like same database name app.json, right? Angular.code. This is our model, like employee ID, employee name, employee number, employee mail, employees. These are the models. Okay. Now in this video we have to see add, update, delete by using action webs. Action webs is nothing but the get, put, post, delete. These four are the action webs. First of all, now I am running the once again I am running the code. Before that we didn't create the controller, right? Just now we have seen about the weather forecast only. After creating the control we have to see like employee. Okay, now go to the code. I am creating the one new control, add. Here we have to select the controller. In this controller, be careful while you are selecting the controller. We are not doing about MVC, we are doing the API, web API. In API controller, select empty. Here give your controller name. My controller name is like I am giving the employee controller name, employee. Whatever name you want, you have to give. I am giving the employee. Okay. The control was created. You have to give get the connections, right? You have to get here. We want to write add, update, delete. If you want to add, update, delete, we want to the model. We have to generate the model. Here model is there, right? This is the table name. We have to generate the application DB context. Okay. Now I am writing the public application. Here we have to see, right, application DB context. You have to give like variable name like application. Now I am giving the application DB. Okay. After that we have to create one constructor. Constructor is nothing but if you run the program by default the constructor will call, right? That's why I am calling the constructor employee controller. Here I am creating the employee controller. In this controller we have to give the parameters application DB context. This is the database connection, right? By using application DB context only we are adding the tables, whatever tables you want. Okay, this is the DB context. After that we have to create one method public action result. I am giving the get details for getting the details. Okay, as of now I am not implementing this one. I am writing return just okay because we don't have any data, right? That's why I am not getting any details. As of now I am returning okay. If I add anything after that I will call the get method. Okay, now I am creating public. I am creating another method for adding the columns, like adding the data. Action result create. You have to create the data, right? Create. Here we want to pass the our model name because we want to add everything, right? Here we want to add employee name, employee number. That's why here I am adding the model employee. It automatically call this using namespaces. Employee. After that I want to call this application. here I want to call this application. It is coming through the model, right? Model, here we have to inherit the model, and this one is the database model table name in database. That's why we are inherit this one. Application db dot employees dot add. We have to give this parameter name here, and application dot, once we are added, we have to save changes and return OK. Okay, now I am debugging here. Once I am running the code, the debug will hit here. Okay, now I am running the code. While I am running the code, it's showing the to load API definition. Fetching error response 500. Why it is coming means we didn't give any action webs, right? In employee controller, here we didn't give any action controller. Get this action is, you have to give action webs. HTTP get, it is the one of the action webs. Here now I am using HTTP post. Post means adding, get means getting the details, put means updating, delete means deleting the details. Okay, here I am using the HTTP post because we are adding the data, right? Once I am rerunning the code, 1 minute, showing errors because I added one more thing. Okay, now I am running the code. Here see, in Swagger employees came. Now I am adding one. After click on post expand and you click it, try it out. After that you have to give your name, employee name, Tirupati. Now I am giving like that. My phone number something 123. Now I am giving employee name thiru@gmail.com. Employees 22 I am giving. Now once here I am hitting the debug, right? Once you click on execute, it will hit here. Okay, here you have to check once the details will all will show. Click on expand. Now I am giving the room like this, it will adding. Okay, now I am click on continue. Once it is executed, it shows the success method 200 success code. There are some codes is there, 200, 404, 500. Before that we have to see, right, 500. Like that some codes is there. Now I am going to the database. I am execute one again. If I execute one more time, here we will see we didn't give any ID, right? It will auto incremented my name, my number, Gmail, and everything will come in database. Okay, now we are seeing about getting the details. If you click on, go to the code once. If you click here, once you here executed, the details will come. Here showing the success method only, success code only, but didn't get any details, right? We have not implemented the code, right? That's why I didn't get any details. Once you have implemented here, definitely it will come. Now I am giving the var. Now I am giving the variable name Tirupati data is equal to application db dot get employees dot to list. We want to write entire list, right? We have to use the to list. In database we have to use the queries. In code first approach, in entity framework you use the link queue queries. These are calling the link queue queries. Okay, now I am running 1 second the code. You have to see when you click on get detail, when you click on execute HTTP get, it will get the details. Whatever details in the database it will show. Okay, now I am clicking on get, expanding, try it out, click on execute. It's not returning any details. We have to check once again the code. Okay, you are not returning the data. We have to return the data. Whatever data it will come, right? If you are return, it will show in UI. Otherwise, it didn't show anything. Okay, now running once again. Okay, get will expand this one and try it out and click on execute. Okay, here we have to see the data. If I am adding one more time, if you click on post, try it out. I didn't give here. I am not giving the employee ID. It is auto implemented. I am click on the Sai employee number. Some I am giving the some number, but I am clicking Sai at gmail.com. Employee age is 25. Like that I am doing. If I click on execute, okay, the debug getting right. I am removing the debug. Click on continue. Your data will add. If you want to check add or not, means go to get and click on execute. Here it will show the data. Okay. Next we have to see update and delete. Okay. Now I am writing the one more method. The method name is update. Before writing the method, we have to write the action web, right? For updating, action web is the put, HTTP put. Now I am writing HTTP put. After that, I am writing the method I action result update, public action result update. Here we have to pass two parameters. One is the ID, another one is the model. Why ID means based upon ID only we are updating. Without ID, which data will update we don't know, right? That's why we are passing the ID. Okay. Now I am writing the ID and your parameters are into ID and the employee is model. Into ID, employee. We are passing the model also. So we have to create the before this one we have to write one method. If ID is not, if ID not equal to employee.employee ID. If I am passing that, if you are passing employee ID, if it is not equal, if it is equal means only it will update the details. If it is not equal means return bad request. Now I am writing just bad request. If it is equal to, if you are passing ID, employee ID equal means we have to update the details. Application dot employee dot application dot entity. We are using entity. Entry we have to entry based upon the employee and the employee dot state. We have to use the state. Okay. State is equal to entity state entity state dot modify. We want the details will be modified, right? Why it is showing means it missing the assembly reference. Click on using entity framework code. After that we have to write application db dot save changes and we have to return something. Return I am returning okay. button. Okay method. Okay, update is completed. Once you have to run the code and check which is updating or not. Okay, put is screen, expand, try it out, your passing id, then here are the pass id. Here id 1 is the Thiru, right? I am giving the Ravi. String employee number is some number by default. I am giving ravi@gmail.com, and employee age is 25. Okay, click on execute. Okay, success code 200 means the program will execute it successfully. Click on get and click on try it out and execute the details. Here we have to see the details will update it, and go to database also. Once you have to click on execute, here we have to see data will update it. Okay, if I now I am adding the delete method. Public. Before that, don't forget we have to write the action web. Without writing action web, we show the 500 error, right? Before we have to see. Before only we have seen. That's why we be careful while writing the methods. Okay. Here now I am passing the variable where delete. I am writing the delete method. No problem, some spelling mistake is there. Application db.employee. We have to click here because we have to find the id, right? Where id is equal to not only id, if you want to give x is equal to x dot, it is like lambda expression, right? X equal to id. If it is equal to if we pass id, it will check the condition first or default. If you give first, it's showing error. Why? We have to check the condition, right? Employee id. So employee id, if in the database id is there, right? That id, and we are passing id. If it is equal means it will deleted. It is not equal means it not deleted. Okay. After checking the condition, we have to write db application db dot remove. We have to use the remove, and we have to pass this variable name. It will remove the data. After that, application dot save changes. If you write save changes only, it will update it on database. Otherwise, it will not update it. I am clicking return. Okay. Okay, I am running the code. Here it will executed. Click on delete, expand this, try it out, and I am deleting the id as one. Click on execute. Okay, it is successfully added. So click on add, write down, you can execute. In get details there is no one, right? I am adding one more details. I am giving some default names. Click on execute. It executed, right? Okay, here if I don't want all the details, I want specific detail means here you have to pass the id. Okay, in get details we have to pass id. We want to see only specific id. If you want to see only to click on to pass id. After that executed, we have to see only that id. Okay, now we are implemented that one. Okay, based upon id we have to get the details. Here only I am writing the method, same method name. The action verb is the same, HTTP get only, because we are getting the details, right? Based upon ID, here we have to get the details. I am writing the method name public, copy pasting the same method name. If you are writing the same method name, definitely it will show the error. Okay, if I click on return also, return, return. Okay, here we are passing the ID. Based upon ID only we have to get the details. Okay, here we have to pass one more thing, roads. Once I am executing the code, because we are giving the same website, what is it's working or showing any error, we have to check once again. If it is, I thought it's showing error only because it's same website, that's why it's showing error. If you want to override this one, you have to write the roads. If you are writing same methods in same website, after you are writing the same webs, it's showing the some error 500. Inside you have to write double quotes, curly braces. Here you have to pass ID because we are here, our condition is based upon ID only getting the details, right? That's why I am passing the ID. ID into this one integer, right? That's why I am writing the integer. Here I am writing the details. Details is equal to application db dot table name employees dot first or default. Why we are writing the first or default means the ID is equals first or back, it will get the data and we have to pass the data, we have to return the that data. Next, this one is the lambda expression. We are getting the entire model name here, model employee ID equal to ID. We are passing the, we are writing the details. Okay, now execute once again. What will show the output? Showing error or executed successfully, we have to see. Okay, the code executed successfully. It two get methods and one is the empty and another one is the based upon ID. One is list and one is based upon ID. You are passing the three executed. Here we have to see, we are returning only one data, not returning the entire list. Here you have to execute once again this one, get it returning the list. Okay, in backend we have to complete the CRUD operations. Tomorrow we have to see in front end means Angular. We have to how to connect the backend to front end and how to get the database, how to get the details and how to update, we have to see tomorrow. Okay guys, please subscribe our channel. Bye. We have to see in next video how to do Angular. Okay, bye guys.